Welcome to the NBA Pub Hub, Pub Sports Radio, Wednesday, December 15th. Ian Cameron, Skee Profit, Dutch Boy Fresh, Trot Wham, ready for the Wednesday NBA slate. A lot of games on tap. We've got 11 on the card tonight. We'll start with Atlanta, Orlando. We got the Hawks, 8-point road favorites in this game total, sitting at 223.5, pretty much across the board in this one. First game, first backwood for me. I want no part of this one. Very easy decision. Backwood time. You want to lay 8 with Atlanta on the road off back-to-back losses and 4 of the last 5 against Charlotte, Philly, Brooklyn, and Houston. Do you want to take Orlando that's lost 5 in a row all on that road trip coming home for a first game off a road trip? No, neither of these options are appealing. Backwood. There you go. Skee, how about you, Atlanta, Orlando?
Yeah, man.
If I'm gonna play this one, I don't want Atlanta. I mean, we talk about if they're gonna be motivated to play these games in the regular season all the way through, and you see them like in the fourth quarter at the end of the game start to trick it off. So I don't trust them for a full 48 minutes, and I really don't trust them on the road. I know they won a couple, but they're not even a 500 team on the road, and now they got to win by close to double digits. So it's a rested Orlando team. I think they had 2 days off, maybe, thinking they can get it together at the house and cover the 8.
Yeah, this is getting embarrassing with the fourth quarter meltdowns for the Atlanta Hawks, to be quite honest with you. The Nets, they blow it in the fourth quarter. Okay, that's the Nets. That's a pretty good team. But what's the explanation? What's the reasoning behind letting Houston outscore you 44-25 in the fourth quarter in the last game? That's just terrible for the Hawks. And so, yeah, I don't want Orlando, a bad team off a long road trip going home, but I'm not laying 8 with Atlanta right now on the road. Just can't do it. Dutch, Hawks and Magic.
Yeah, man. Real quick, salute to the ladies, gents, and D-gents for tuning in. You already know it's all love. Be sure to hit the motherfucking like button like I just hit that playing the LA Kush Cake. Get you right where you need to be. Yeah, man. Also, share the video if you can. Muchly appreciated. This game, I mean, shit. I honestly kind of agree with what everything that my man Ski said. But if I told you I was betting Orlando, I'd be lying to you. So back with this motherfucker. Yeah, man.
There we go. Wham, are you going to backwood too?
Nah, I got an action on this game. I almost choked because I thought about it like, damn, do I want to bet Orlando? But
you're pulling an Atlanta Hawks right now,
yeah,
Wham.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Never that. But no, so the Hawks, man, they've been really bad, though. 29th over the last 5 games in the fourth quarter in offensive rating. So they just really can't get the ball in the hoop, man. That's really what it really is. But they're also giving up 3, man, from the yard, 46% from 3 to the other opponents in the fourth quarter. So as bad as they can't score, they can't defend either on that side. This is actually one of the best stats for the Orlando Magic when you go try to pull back any type of edge here. They're in the fourth quarter. They're the 4th in offensive rating at a 1.24. They're pretty good scoring the ball, giving it to Franz Wagner. Wagner and just going out there and doing what he has to do there. But in this game, I only bet Wendell Carter if I'm going to take the Magic. He didn't get the double-double last game, over 2 rebounds. It would have been 4 out of 5. It's 3 out of 5 the last 5 games. I'm going to go back with it. Wendell Carter plus 105 to get a double-double.
All right, there we go. A prop. That might be the best way to bet this game if you insist, is looking at the props for sure with the Hawks and the Magic here. All right, Houston and Cleveland. We got the Cavs 9.5-point home favorites, 216.5 the total in this game. Man, this is going to put my love of this Cleveland team to the test, because with so many of these winning wagers for me on the Cavs, it's been them as a dog, it's been them as a short favorite. Well, now we're talking about them laying 9.5 in this game against, a Rockets team that, to be quite honest with you, they're in their own little point spread surge right now. 8-2 straight up, 9-1 against the spread the last 10 games. Yep, that's the Houston Rockets doing that. So you talk about 2 of the hottest point spread teams right now in the NBA colliding head to head here in this game. That ends up being the question. I'm still laying it with Cleveland, but it wouldn't shock me if this is the night where they finally fail to cover. But you know what I say about these teams when I start backing them and riding them like I've been doing with the Cleveland Cavaliers. This has been an impressive run. Talking about a Cleveland Cavaliers team that has now covered looks like 14 in a row, if I'm not mistaken here. 12 in a row, 12-0 ATS the last 12 games for this Rockets team. And look, maybe now they're laying too many. That's always a concern here for Cleveland, who have not been asked to lay almost double digits very often during this incredible run. But you look at Houston, though, it's still a banged up team. If not for Atlanta falling asleep and playing like horse shit, that's what it was in the fourth quarter. It might have been a different story the other night against the Hawks. You still got a lot of key players out for this Rockets team. Christian Wood's a game-time decision. Eric Gordon's out. Jalen Green's out. Kevin Porter Jr. looks like he's out again. The Cavaliers may be without Evan Mobley. He's got a hip injury, but questionable. There's still a chance he plays tonight. Regardless, we've been back in Cleveland. We're not stopping until we lose. Cleveland laying the points for me. Again, a little concerned they're laying a bigger number than they've been during this run, but I still think they're capable of taking care of business by doubles here against this depleted Houston team. Skee, two of the hottest point spread teams in the NBA, the two hottest point spread teams in the NBA. How do you see it going? Rockets, Cavs.
Yeah, I'm not mad if you want to keep riding the Cavs. For myself, I'll just look at the prop market in this game, and we played on Jared Allen a while back, and he's been balling ever since. They've raised his points prop to about 17.5, and I got it at minus 102. And he's gone over that number 9 of his last 12 games. And 2 of the games he didn't, he got exactly on 17. So I just like him to have success in this matchup. I think he's going up against Tice, and it's not much going to stop him in the paint. I think he continues to ball. Jared Allen over 17.5 points.
All right, that's a good one. Jared Allen's been playing well. Who hasn't been playing well for Cleveland during this stretch? Dutch, Houston, and Cleveland.
Yeah, man. Shout out to our guy H-Town with the dono. Muchly appreciated, my guy. Shout out to Razor. I see you, bro. Mark, Nick, Lucky Power, everybody in the chat. Muchly appreciated for joining us. Hit them off.
There it is, the Dono train. Yeah, I missed that. LJ from H-Town, 1999. Props, man. Dutch, go ahead.
Yeah, my man Big Show was rolling up. A little delay. We're good, though. We're good. We appreciate you, bro. But, yeah, back with this motherfucker, man. You got to press the button again.
There you go. All right, there it is, backwood. I think that's a backwood. It's tough to go against either of these teams backwood right now for Dutch in this one. Wham, Rockets and Cavs.
I even forgot what game we're talking about, to be honest with you.
Houston, Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm definitely not betting that game.
There you go.
Cleveland,
all right,
you know what? You know Cleveland. You know Cleveland is our team, but I'm not laying 10. No way.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, but I'm laying it anyway.
You made a lot of strong points, Ian, to be honest. Now that I remember what we're talking about.
Only Eric Gordon and Kevin Porter and Christian Wood and just a bunch of key cogs out for Houston tonight. Other than that, not much going
Houston
on.
Been killing it, though, man. They've been killing it.
Yeah, they have been, no doubt. I mean, they've had injuries in the last few games, and they've still persevered and found a way. But I think it's going to be tough tonight. Wham, how about you here, Houston, Cleveland?
Yeah, man, Houston has been killing it. They've been shooting a lot more threes. They switched over, get Tice out the lineup ever since then. Seems like a whole new team now. You don't have Eric Gordon. You don't have Christian Wood, so it's kind of hard to back this team here. So I am going to just here and tell you guys this is definitely a best bet. My guys, you don't know what this game is. Forget this game. I feel you, bro. I'm telling you, this is the spot for me. It's the Armani Brooks day. I'm going with Armani Brooks. Last time Eric Gordon didn't play, he had 18, 6, and 6. Right now, his points, rebounds, and assists is at 19.5. Like my guy Dutch would say, that's good money right there. We're going to take over 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Armani Brooks is the best bet. But I like his over 3.5 3-point makes as well at plus money, plus 105. He's going to get that attempts in those games, the last few games, again, about 7, 9, 13, and 8 attempts from the arc. He just got to get 30% if he's getting 13 attempts. So I like this look here for Armani Brooks as well. So I like Armani Brooks over 3.5 3-point makes and 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists. That's what I'm working with.
All right, Miami and Philly 7-point home favorites, 204.5 the total in this game. Joel Embiid didn't play the last game against Memphis, and that was just a ass-kicking suffered by the Sixers, 126-91. Last-minute scratch, and it was just ugly for the Sixers. And Embiid I think he's playing because he was in shoot-around this morning prior to this game, so I would think he's going to go with 3. I know he's got the ribs injury, but I think you're going to see him back on the floor tonight. Seth Curry, questionable with a shoulder injury, but it looks like I would expect probably both of them to play. For Miami, it just keeps being a tough time for them. Tough time for Spoelstra. The rotations are different every game. He's still without Jimmy Butler. He's still without Bam Adebayo. And now you're going to be missing Tyler Hero as well tonight, who's been one of your most valuable, reliable sources of offense all season long for this team, especially through the injuries. And now he's got a quadriceps injury that's going to keep him out of the game tonight for the Heat. So, unfortunately, I was looking maybe to take points with Miami. We have seen them step up a couple of times with all the injuries against Milwaukee and Chicago. 2 nice wins at home, but against Cleveland on the road last time out, they got beaten by 11. Philly looking to bounce back off a brutal blowout loss with probably Embiid back on the floor. So my initial lean was Miami, and then I saw the injury report and probably Embiid playing, and I'm like, no, I'm going to jump off that now. So backwood for me with the Heat and the Sixers. Skee, what do you think here? Heat, Sixers.
Yeah, I don't want much to do with it either. All I'll say is I think the Sixers care more about the Nets tomorrow. That's just my personal opinion. And if they look at this Miami team and they don't have anybody out there, how much effort are you going to get? So I think the guys on the Miami side still are going to play hard no matter what. So I probably would take Miami or pass. I'll pass though.
All right, Brandon, $5 dono. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. Dutch, Heat, Sixers.
Yeah, let me touch on Brandon too. Hey, we appreciate you, dono, man. Mr. I got 5 on it. Yeah, man, the Knicks was the right side. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. They covered every quarter but the third fucking quarter. Shot horrendously from the fucking field. I don't know how they don't cover that game, to be honest with you. But if you bet the under 5.5 threes with Steph motherfucking Curry, you got your money back, bro. But yeah, we'll get it back today. Believe that. Muchly appreciated. Shout out to our guy R, 420 Fuego, Mr. Mark Nick. I see you, Joe, Chris, Zachary, my guy. You said it, bro. Back with this motherfucker. I had a lot written down too, to be honest with you. But once I seen all this shit going on with the Heat, with Hero out now, I can't fuck with it. I just really can't. But I'll give you 2 things. The Sixers are 0-6 ATS last 6 as a favorite, and the Heat are 8-2 ATS last 10 as a dog. You take that for what you will. I'm back. I'm not putting no money on this motherfucking game.
That's another thing I looked at. Philly's a suspect favorite a lot of the time, and Miami's a good dog, but there's just too many out. Too many guys out for Miami. It's just Butler and Bam, and Hero's the death nail to me.
Yeah. Once Hero was in it, I'm like, I don't give a fuck how many points you giving me. I'm off it.
Yeah, that's just too much, I think, now that you're missing if you're Eric Spoelstra. Now, Eric Spoelstra is just a freaking wizard as a head coach. We all know that. He's capable of overcoming tough spots like this, but man, he's got to really work at it. He's got to tweak this rotations and figure out who from the bench he's going to pluck from there to give him good minutes, productive minutes. Not going to be easy. Wham, what do you think here? Heat, Sixers.
Yeah, I'm definitely not betting every game on the board, and this is definitely one I X'd out. I got smacked in the ass with the Dem Embiid news last game, so I'm definitely not running back the Sixers here. So that's the only way I would look here either is the Sixers, but I'm not going to bet them. Fuck them. Fuck you too, Embiid.
There you go. Yeah, F you for sitting out last minute. Shame on you. Get in the these last minute absences still drive you nuts. I don't fault you one bit for being pissed off for that. Next up, we got Lakers and Mavericks. We got the Lakers 1.5 2-point road favorites, 213 the total. This is a Laker bet for me, believe it or not. I'm on LA here. I'm in an anti-Dallas kind of mode. I know they played well finally the last couple, beating OKC and Charlotte back to back, but Charlotte just was brutal in that game, and I'm not sure I trust them here. The one thing about the Lakers is they've gone 5-2 in their last 7. They picked it up a little bit in their last few. The defense has really picked it up. Last 2 games, much better at that end of the floor for the Lakers. And you also have 2 teams trending under, 4 straight for the Lakers, 7 straight to the under for Dallas. So this could be a lower scoring game as well. It's already been hit the under in this game, 216 down to 213.5. I'll go Lakers. But I'm going to go money line here, -125 rather than when it's -2 favorites like that. I don't screw around laying them points. I just take the money line. That's what I'm going to do here. Lakers -125. What do you think, Skee? Lakers, Mavs.
Man, I'm not supposed to be betting these guys, man. I got in trouble.
I don't bet them often, and even I'm betting them tonight. The Lakers.
I know. That's why I'm thinking about it now, but. Every time they're supposed to win in this game like this, they do not win. At least that's how I've been looking at it. So it looks like you should take the Lakers. I don't know if I'll get to the window. maybe you guys will talk me into. Maybe Dutch and Wham will talk me into it. We'll see. But I agree with what you said on the under. Lakers have been playing a little bit better defense. You're going to miss Malik Monk out the lineup. That's a great shooter for them. THT, I just think it's a slower and just not a lot of 3-pointers going in tonight. I like under 213.5, and I like the Lakers.
All right. Yeah, exactly. Like I haven't been scorned by the Lakers even a half as much or a quarter as much as everybody else on this NBA Pub Hub show. So I kind of feel like, hey, I haven't had as many wounds because of the Lakers betting on them and losing. So maybe I'll get some tonight. We'll see. Some wounds, a shot right in the chest or something. Who the hell knows? We'll see. But I'm taking the Lakers tonight. I think they're capable of winning this game. It's still an erratic Dallas team to me, in my opinion.
I'll tell you one more
It'll be
thing.
so Dallas to crush Charlotte and look so bad tonight, in my opinion. We'll see.
I'll tell you one more thing. It matches up with how I always say road favorites with more rest than their opponents. That's the Lakers today.
All right, so the rest advantage to LA. Dutch, what do you think here, Lakers and Mavs?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Mo Harris, my bad. You slipped my mind. I appreciate you hitting the like button, my man. Everyone else should do the same, by the way. Dizzle, see you in the chat. Mr. Elliott V, my guy, see you, bro. Skee back on the Lakers. Oh my God. Hey, what a surprise, huh? This motherfucker put him on a hell no list, and then he right back on him 2 motherfucking days later. Come on, bro.
Hey, I didn't say I bet him. I'm saying I'm
That's
trying.
Sacramento.
Hey,
Sacramento's
hey,
the latest
Hey,
team on his
everything
hell
you
no
talking,
list.
boy. Come on now. Hey, but real talk though, man. I told you that the Lakers is a game with them out. I don't give a fuck. They're a backwood. It is what it is. I don't care who they're playing. I'm not betting if the Lakers are playing right now until I can see something. And the COVID issues obviously are affecting them without THC, without Dwight Howard. I believe another cat, Monk, out. I mean, any game that has anything more involved with 2 or 3 COVID players, I'm backwoodding that bitch already as well, to be honest with you. But the Lakers as an organization right now, they're backwood, bro.
Yeah, it's
Even on the West Coast Wednesday, I can't fuck with the motherfucking LA Lakers, bro. It's a sad day because LBJ and them motherfuckers ain't it right now. Talking about they're gonna go get Ben Simmons. Come the fuck on, bro. What I mean, like you need Ben Simmons. That better be a fake story,
bro.
That better be fake. That's some bull ass shit, bro. They don't need no Ben Simmons.
You better stay the hell away from that. I 100% agree.
That's like that's another Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, bro. Like with less shooting. Like, yeah. I mean, I don't
get
examples
of just
more defense,
unwilling to improve yourself as a professional.
Yeah, but they got defense though. Yeah, they bring the defense.
He does bring the defense, but it's how many examples of unwillingness to work on his shot or his free throws or anything offensively?
Right, but it's not a knock on Ben Simmons, to be honest with you. And I agree with everything you said, about that. But it's just a fit. These guys don't get the fit. I said it from the beginning. Russ was not the fit. I'm not a Buddy Hield guy, but he's a way better fit than Russell Westbrook. Just it's about fits when it's about winning. You know what I mean? It's not about looking good.
It's the right piece, with what goes with the team around you. That's often what ends up being, the best move. It's not so much the best player, but the best fit to complement the teammates that you're on the floor with. So there's definitely some good points there you made. Wham, what do you think here? Mavs hosting the Lakers.
I got it in the background for a reason. It's only right. It's only right. It's the Lakers' day today for sure. And I agree with my brother's previous as well. Like the Lakers been burning us. We going back to the well with this shit though. It just feels good because it's just the right spot for them. Without Doncic, without these other guys. I mean, I like Jalen Bronson. Don't get me wrong. I like Finley Smith. I like those other guys over there. Even Tim Hardaway. I can even see him having a good game today. Don't get me wrong. But the way the Lakers been slowing down the pace, the defense definitely has been creeping up here. I agree with my guy Skee. I like the under 213. But the Lakers money line and -2. That's the only reason why. Well, why would I go Dallas here? Dallas have shown that they've been okay offensively, but who they've been playing? Not really that many type of players. It's probably going to be the best team they played in a while without those guys. So I like this team here to bounce back. I know Dwight Howard and those other guys is out. I still like Wayne Ellington to go off today, to do his thing, just go off those screens. They got some really good plays that they've been drawing up with him over the last few games as well with this slower package that they got going out. So I like LeBron to continue to play well. And I mean, if I'm liking the Lakers, I'm hoping that Russ slows down the ball, don't try to do too much, throw the ball away and shit like that. So hopefully this new pattern is helping him out. If it ain't, that's the reason why he's on the trading block. You feel me? So at the end of the day, I think the Lakers are going to figure out what's working for them is to slow the ball down. We gotta get rid of his ass now. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty
now
much
if you could get Ben for Russ, that's a steal, but ain't no way
They ain't
Philly
getting
doing
that.
that.
Nah, they ain't getting that.
And Philly doing that, bro. So
They ain't
that's
getting that. But I
I'm
like
talking
the
about
Lakers today, though.
real life shit, you know. That ain't
Yeah,
happening.
it ain't happening. I don't even think we're gonna get Ben Simmons, but don't get me wrong, like THT, he'll part clutch for a reason, bro. You know what I'm saying? They hyped him up, put him on the showcase, ship him off, make him some money. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
if you can get some nice fix for him, I'd do that in a heartbeat.
Lillard.
Maybe
Give
even
us
go
Lillard.
get Buddy Hill, someone I'd do that right off top. I'm not,
Nah,
THT.
give up Lillard.
What?
You say give up
Oh, this
Lillard.
wasn't a dream. He's in a dream right now. You better get
Wow.
off AD to get Lillard, bro. That's real talk. You
Yep.
got to get rid of him. That's the only way you get Lillard.
Yep. I'm all, and I'm,
Fucked
by
around
the
and got
way,
Russ.
speaking of the Blazers, I'm thrilled, by the way, the Suns won in overtime last night against Portland. I love games like that where everybody's got to say, it's got to be a trap line. It's got to be a trap line. Phoenix
Damn near
only
was,
bonus
though,
1.5
almost, huh?
there.
Shit,
Yeah,
these motherfuckers had us sweating.
they did.
First
They had
half
us
was a
sweating,
beautiful
but
thing.
Suns got it at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
hell yeah,
That's
we
what
did. I
mattered.
got on that late, too, once Aiden was in. It went down to 1, too, after he was announced in. I was like, what the 2 to 1? I said, fuck it. I'm going with what I see.
Yeah.
Got my money back from the Knickerbockers.
Yeah, after a porous game against the Clippers the other night by the
Yeah.
Suns. So
Crazy.
good to see the
Sorry,
bounce back.
Ski.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Ski had the Portland side. I didn't want to bring
He
it
was
up.
trailblazing last night. He was on that trailblazer.
I got smoked yesterday. Yeah.
He was blazing a
Well,
trail.
we ain't laughing
Oh,
about
good.
that.
Blazing a trail to
It's
pay
a
the bookie.
trailblazer. That's
Yeah.
all.
Blazing a trail to pay the bookie lot yesterday.
Yeah.
That's okay. We all have days like that. We all do, no doubt.
You don't want to take that Oregon Trail.
Yeah. We have New Orleans 4.5-point road favorites, 212 the total. I like over in this game. I don't really love the side. I mean, I understand New Orleans taking the money. Oklahoma City's really been scuffling. But Lou Dort being out, that points to all of a sudden a much weaker defense when he doesn't play for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And I think you could see that here in this game. You actually look at the Thunder, their defensive numbers the last 5 games have declined significantly for the season. They're giving up, I believe, you look at it, 44% shooting. Last 5 games, they're giving up 47.7% shooting. So it's gone worse for the Oklahoma City defense. And now Dort's not going to play tonight. So I think that hurts them a bit defensively in this game. Pelicans still aren't a great defensive team by any stretch of the imagination. You look at their recent results, gave up 112 in a loss to the Spurs the other night, 45 of 91 shooting for the Spurs in that game. They gave up 118 in a loss to Houston, which isn't a good defensive game. Denver gets to 120. They did shut down Detroit, but Detroit's a horrible offensive team, so I'm not putting any stock into that. I agree with the total going up. I don't want either side, but I think we'll see points here. I like over the total here with Pelicans and Thunder. Ski, what do you think here? New Orleans, OKC.
Backwood for sure. I don't got to say nothing about this game.
There you go. That's right. I think the side is impossible. How do you lay 4.5 with New Orleans? But do you really want to take OKC right now? 3-12 in their last 15 games. But I think the total gets there. That's the angle for me here. Dutch, what do you think? Thunder, Pelicans.
Yeah, man. Shout out to our guy King Mar with the 499. Don't know. Hit him for 3K last night with the Suns. Good shit, bro. Yeah, that motherfucker was a turtleneck, but hey, they pulled it out. Good money. It was good money at the end. The first half was beautiful, but the full game was, it was good. But yeah, man. Shout out to our guy Ray Charles, Ron Crawford in the chat. I see you guys. The spreadsheet player of the day, my guy Ron. Of course, Dan Kelly. Appreciate y'all for joining us. Be sure everyone in the chat right now, everyone watching, don't be shy. Smack that motherfucking like button. Let's get to a hundo real quick. Like we like to do that. That's Mando. We like to do that right off top. But yeah, man, I got to do it again, though. I apologize to everybody. Back with this motherfucker. I mean, hey, you don't want me to force shit. It is what it is. I apologize.
Well, it's an ugly-ass game.
About 6 backwoods in a row. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up.
I don't think anyone's going to begrudge you in this game of a backwood. I don't think so. What do you think, Wham?
Yeah, man. It's definitely hard to trust this team, bro. In OKC, ranked dead last in offensive rating over the last 5 games. Yeah, it's a backwood, bro. It's just one of those things. You just can't. I don't want to touch this game.
If you want to bet this game, go to the window with Big Val points and rebounds. I believe it's like 30.5. He should eat, but I'm chilling on the props. But I kind of, and I'm like, I'll just stay away. But I can see Big Val doing his thing against OKC.
You could just go to the
in my lineup. No, I wouldn't.
You can just go to the casino and put it on black.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not everybody has that option. Not everybody got that option.
No.
CC.
Sometimes player props are your random bets.
Yeah.
Instead of on the tables. Yeah. This could be it. This could be it betting this game. Just random shit could happen. Yeah. Indiana, Milwaukee. Indiana 2-point road favorites, 216.5 the total in this one. Pacers now favored, and obviously the reason for that is who's going to be missing for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton's questionable with a knee injury. Very unsure that he'll play. Of course, Giannis ruled out as well for the Bucks. COVID protocol. He won't play. And look, the Pacers, let's give them some credit here. They're playing some better basketball the last few games. They had 3 straight wins against Washington, New York, Dallas. Took the Warriors down to the wire before losing by 2. Really could have won that game. They led the Warriors most of that game a couple of days ago. So Indiana played pretty well. Now, they're going to be without a couple key guys as well, potentially McConnell and Warren. That's still out, but they've been out for a while. Justin Holiday, questionable to play as well. But still, they're trending in a little bit of a better direction. With Milwaukee, they haven't exactly always fared well in games when the Greek Freak hasn't played this year. So I totally understand why Indiana's getting the money here. I actually do think they can win on the road. So I like the Pacers, kind of like with the Lakers, with them being also a 2-point road favorite. I'm just going to go on the money line here with Indiana, minus 130 in this one. I think they take care of business here. It's just depleted Milwaukee team at the moment. Skee, what do you think here? Pacers, Bucks.
I agree. I don't really have that much to say about this game, but I just think, without Giannis and potentially without Middleton, I think that's too much. I think the Pacers starting 5 is going to be a lot more talented if those guys are out, and that's the team I'll roll with.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a winnable game for them on the road. They know they've been a little more than a little bit flighty this year, this Pacers team, but this is definitely a spot they're capable of getting it done. Just we match up the rosters, the starting 5 right now. There's no doubt edge for the Pacers, especially with Sabonis playing great lately. Brogdon's been terrific. Coming, Duarte's been strong. Sabonis, you know what you're going to get. LeVert, that's a good unit, starting 5 that Carlisle has, and definitely should have some advantages here. Dutch, Indy, Milwaukee.
Yeah, man. This game, I actually kind of look at the Pacers here, gold-blooded tonight. Not a team that I'm really extremely excited to back, but I believe it's more of a spot to fade. Milwaukee coming back with, obviously with the injuries, haven't been playing the best basketball, coming in and out of the lineup. With no Giannis, then of course. With no Giannis, I think we have to look to Pacers here. Middleton being questionable. I believe a couple other guys are out as well. But I like the Pacers more first half. Watching they played well last 4 games, 1-3 in a row, and then played really well against the Warriors. Actually, gave that game away in the second half. But I would look for them, to come out strong against Milwaukee. They're 4-0 ATS, first 5, last 4. Now they have lost both of these matchups too as well. This is the 3rd time they've played against Milwaukee, so I look for that to take an effect. It's hard to beat the same team 3 times, and now they kind of get lucky here with the big horses either out or banged up here. So I look for the Pacers to take advantage of that. Skee touched on it. They're more talented starting 5, and they got some guys that can come off the bench and get it done as well, even without McCollum. So I like the Pacers here in first half. I'm not mad at the full game either, Ian. I like that as well. But I definitely think the first half is a stronger look for me.
All right, we got Wham now, Pacers, Bucks.
Yeah, man, I'm thinking that's probably the play there as well. Pacers. I was normally thinking Bucks, but after looking at it, the Pacers seem like the better spot here. I got my son. He's going off.
Zaire.
There he is. He's right here. Woke up from his nap there. But for the most part, I like the Pacers here in the spot. But am I going to bet it? No. This is considered a exotic backwood, if you may say,
it's
because I do like this trend here from them. 7 out of the last 10 they covered in the first half, and not without Giannis. I mean, that's kind of a big blow. Maybe not even with Chris Middleton. You may want to hop on it, but again, it's exotic.
Yeah. Also, real quick, Ian, if you wanted to touch the prop market, I like Sabonis over 18.5. I think without Giannis down there, they do have Portis. Cousins is also out, so they're pretty light there from when it comes to a bigs off the bench in Milwaukee. And you touched on how good Sabonis has been playing well. He looked real nice against the Warriors. So if he can carry that over, 18.5 should be pretty easy for the dude.
All right, we go to Charlotte, San Antonio now. Spurs 3.5-point home favorites. 225.5 the total in this game. Charlotte getting absolutely just trashed by Dallas the other night, 120-96. To be honest with you, Charlotte's kind of gone backward a little bit once again. They had a good stretch, earlier last month in November, but late November into December here, this team's been sliding a bit, just 2-6 straight up in their last 8 games coming into this one against San Antonio. Still without LaMelo Ball, of course. It looks like Plumlee is a game-time decision as well for the Hornets, but obviously LaMelo, with the way he had been playing and shooting the ball, is the guy they really miss here for this Hornets team. King Marcus, $4.99 dono. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I'm with you on one of those. It's funny, King Marcus. I have the side and the total in this Spurs game, and I agree with you on one, and I kind of disagree with you on the other. I agree with you on the Spurs, -3.5. I like the way San Antonio's trending right now. They're playing good ball. 6-3 their last 9 games. Losses to the Suns, 4-point loss to Phoenix. Nothing shameful about that. Lost to the Knicks, and in a tough spot. It was back-to-back. And then, of course, to Denver after they had beat Denver the game before that. So I like the way they're playing. I like this starting group. Murray, White, McDermott, Keldon Johnson's back now for the Spurs, and, of course, Jakob Poeltl at the 5 spot. I like what I'm seeing from the Spurs right now. They're playing good. I think they get the job done here with the win and the cover. I'll lay the 3.5 here with San Antonio. I kind of lean the other way, though, with the total. I like the over a little bit. Over 7-1-1 in the last 9 the last 9 games for Charlotte, rather. They've trended over. You look at San Antonio, 3 of their last 4 games at home have gone over the total. 4 of their last 5 home games have gone over the total as well. And they're fluid offensively right now. Charlotte's anything but fluid defensively as of late. So I think we'll see points. I think San Antonio gets the win and the cover as well. What do you think, Skee? Hornets and Spurs?
I agree with you that I would like the Spurs here. I think they do have a little bit of a rest advantage. And also, I think this game's going to get up and over the total. I know LaMelo's still not back. Ish Smith's still not back. But it seems like, whoever's in there for Charlotte, they still want to play up tempo. And San Antonio at home, they've been cashing that over. I think they're 11-2-1 to the over at the house. So I would be going, that route over 226.5 or whatever the number is right now. And probably, I was thinking Spurs first quarter. I know they covered 10 in a row, but the Hornets have also been pretty good in the first quarter lately. So I'm just deciding maybe which way I want to bet the Spurs, whether it's early or full game.
Yeah, I like full game, but I wouldn't argue with anyone liking maybe early the Spurs in this one. Dutch, Charlotte, San Antonio.
Yeah, shout out to our guy, Mac, JPZ, King Mar. Yeah, man, hey, you're doing well and you stacking 3K already, but you're here, we're here to, spit a little knowledge. So if you're dropping 750 a game, you might as well just single bet that motherfucker, to be honest with you, bro. But I hope you go straight to the window and cash both. Yeah, man. But I really like the San Antonio Spurs here tonight. It's going to be a motherfucking tequila churro night here in Vegas. 5-1 ATS last 6 at the house as a favorite. 9-2 ATS last 11 as a favorite. 7-1 ATS last 8 on 2 days rest. 7-2 ATS last 9 overall. But when I told you, man, I've been back in San Antonio. They had a little hiccup, of late, but I do believe they're going to get right back on track against the Hornets team that's missing some pieces, getting some pieces back, which I also could throw off a little bit as well. They got smacked the other night. I just think the Hornets are going to get overmatched tonight. I like what I see from San Antonio. I would, Lonnie Walker's out of the lineup, but I believe everyone else is back for the Spurs. Hornets haven't been that impressed with what I've seen from the Hornets, obviously, because half their team's been fucking out, but they're also 2-4 ATS last 4 on the road, last 6 on the road, 2-12 straight up in the last 12 meetings versus San Antonio. And they lost 3 of the last 4, 6 of the last 11 games overall. So I look to fade the Hornets and pick up a nice solid number with the Spurs. You like them first half? I don't have a problem with that. I think they are the better team, so I'll take them full game. But I am mad at any spot that you're looking at with San Antonio. Our guy Lit Picks in the chat was also looking at Murray. I'm not mad at that as well. Murray continues to eat points, rebounds, and assists, whatever you like with him. He's solid. I do believe this game will be somewhat close, but San Antonio will pull away towards the end.
All right, good stuff. Wham, Charlotte, San Antonio.
Yeah, I think this is a San Antonio spot as well. Just one of the things that just sticks out to me is Charlotte, man. Without LaMelo, you would think like Miles Bridges would be getting 30 balls every night here, but he hasn't really been that consistent over the last few weeks here. Still averaging 19 and a half points though. So I could see him going over his 19 and a half point prop here, but am I going to back it? No, I think the San Antonio is a spot here. This is another exotic backwhip for me though, because I just don't know, man. Do I want to take this team and when I think they're going to underperform in the Hornets and they somehow show it up here against this team? I'm gonna just stay away here. It's exotic as fuck though. I do
Boy,
like the
this
San
that ice cream
Antonio.
cake in the paper
I
plane,
know. I
boy.
believe you. I
Hit
believe
this
you.
motherfucker one
I'm staying
time,
away though.
man.
I'm staying away.
All right, we got Minnesota, Denver next up. The Nuggets, 4.5 point home favorites, 223 the total in this game. I've been riding these Denver overs. I was on Denver over with Washington, with San Antonio. I mean, go on down the list. A bunch of these games, I've been on the Nuggets over the total. I'm coming back to it here. The total's already gone up, 217 to 223 and a half. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think we'll see points here. And look, D'Angelo Russell came back from injury last game against Portland and obviously makes them a better offensive team. We'll see if I think he's going to play again tonight. There was some doubt that maybe it was just he comes back and he's out again tonight, but he was in shoot around today prior to the game. So I think he'll be in there for the Timberwolves tonight, D'Angelo Russell. As far as the side goes, look, they are better when he's on the floor. There's been a noticeable difference in Minnesota's performance with and without Russell. They actually have a winning record this year with him on the basketball court. They're an above 500 team when Russell plays, and they're winless when he doesn't. So look at the difference for Minnesota with D'Angelo on the floor. And of course, he's that complement, of course, to Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns, the two other guys that really sparked this Minnesota team. These two teams played back in October, and it was a close game. Denver squeaks out a 93-91 victory over Minnesota. I'd actually lean to the points here, believe it or not, with the Timberwolves just a bit, 4.5, with especially if Russell plays. That's contingent upon him playing, but I expect he will. And if he does, I lean to the points with Minnesota, but I like the total even more going over the number. What do you think, Skee, here? Wolves, Nuggets?
Yeah, I got started late today, and I missed the best of the number on this game as far as the total. But I agree. I think the Nuggets, like they've gone over 13. I think it's like 13, 2-1 their last 16 games. And just looking at the last 2 weeks in general for both teams, 11-2 to the over. I think both averaging about their games averaging about like 224 and a half. So maybe there is some value still on that number, but very little. It's probably a winner. But I mean, I don't want to get the ass into the line, so I may not bet it now.
Now, obviously, you're getting a brutal line compared to where it opened because it was 217, and we're seeing 223 and a half, even 224 starting to pop up as well. So that's a 6.5, 7-point move. That's a lot of points to be given up when you didn't get in on it early. Dutch, what do you think here, Minnesota, Denver?
Yeah, man. Once again, shout out to our guy King Mar with another dono to $4.99. Much love, man. Appreciate you. Our guy Ray Charles, like in the Joker, points, rebounds, and assists. He owns Cat. He will do it, I believe, again tonight, my guy Ray. I see you clearly, my guy. Yeah, man. Jared, I see you, bro. Long balls, Larry. Hey, THC, Rizza. Everybody in the chat, man. Much love. Yeah, this game, I don't know. I completely disagree with you, Ian. I gotta say, man, there's, like I like to say, there's levels to this shit. In Minnesota, they're not on Denver's level, and they are getting healthy. They're getting two horses back as well. With Aaron Gordon is probable and questionable, but I believe he will play. And then of course, Will Barton is probable, not questionable. So that's a good sign as well. But they've been playing better basketball of late. This here is a clear fade, to be honest, of the Wolves. Now, when I mentioned about the Nugs, they're 4-0 ATS last 4 at home versus a team with a losing record. They're 4-2 actually ATS in the last 6 against the number, and they're 3-1 ATS as the favorite last 4. But what I mentioned is that I just simply believe, Minnesota, they haven't been playing good ball. They lost 5 out of the last 6. 2-5 ATS last 7, and who they beat? They beat the fucking. We talked about. I actually bet them simply because of the fate of the Portland Trailblazers in P-Town. But don't get it twisted. This ain't gonna be no nice trip like it is to Portland. They're going to Denver, and it's gonna be a rough night. Now, once again, they're 2-4 ATS last 6 meetings, 0-6 straight up last 6 in Denver. 0-12 straight up last 12 meetings versus the Denver Nuggets. They don't have a good trip wherever they go, whether it be Minnesota or Denver. When they see Mile motherfucking High, it's not a good night for the Wolves. It's going to be a long night for them. Their turnover percentage is 5.8. That's tied for sixth worst in the league for the Minnesota Wolves. So I believe turnovers will be an issue here. They won't take care of the ball. And also, what they like to do is their 76% of their shots are from three-point range or the arc. That's Minnesota obviously plays perfect into what Denver plays for. They play you to shoot the mid-range. So I think this is an ideal matchup for the Denver Nuggets, and is why we've seen they've had their way in the last 10 to 12 fucking meetings, to be honest with you. So this is a solid number here for the Nuggets, and they'll handle business at the house. Mile motherfucking high.
There you go. Denver -4 for Dutch in this one. We lost Wham, who's got daddy issues right now. Daddy issues right now, as you can hear in the background. But we'll see if we can get Wham back before the end of the show. We'll roll on to Washington and Sacramento. We've got Washington 2.5 point road favorites. Sacramento was a 1 point home favorite when this line opened. Now we're seeing Washington laying points on the road, 225.5 the total in this game. So I'm not buying the Sacramento players only meeting after the loss to Toronto, turning it around for them. And apparently neither is anybody else, because all the money's coming in here on Washington in this game. Not only that, but it's back home off a long road trip for the Kings. They were on the road for the last 3 games through Charlotte, Cleveland, and Toronto. They lost all 3. Back home, they had the players only meeting saying, we're not playing together. You haven't played together all year, guys. What are you talking about? You act like it's just the last few games you haven't been playing together as a team. You've been playing like that all year, like shit. If you're Sacramento, it's just funny to they make it sound like this is only a recent occurrence. No, this has been all year, you guys. That's why your coach got fired earlier this year. And Gentry said, it's my responsibility to get us ready. I didn't have us ready. You never have your team ready, guy. You know, that's why you've been bounced around the last few years as a head coach. So, yeah, I want no part of Sacramento. Here's the problem, though. You got to lay 2.5 on the road with a Washington team that's scuffling as well. 1-5 in their last 6 games. And the only win was pathetic Detroit by the skin of their teeth in overtime. So it's not like Washington's a team to trust. So it's probably backwood time for me when it comes to this one. What do you think, Skee? Washington, Sacramento?
I think Washington continues to go up and over the total. They're going to get Kuzma back in the lineup today, I think. And then Sacramento's playing at the fastest pace in the league over the last 5 games. So, I just look at that, and I like this one to get up and over. I think combined over the last 2 weeks, they're 9-3 to the over. And that's how I see it again tonight.
Yeah, that might be the best way to go. Don't trust either of these toxic sides at the moment. I guess I'd bet Washington before I take Sacramento right now, but I'm not in love with that either. So the over might be the way to go. And you look at the Kings, no defense, playing fast, as Skee said, for sure. Dutch, what do you think here with the Wizards and the Kings?
Yeah, man. Our guy Ray Charles liking De'Aaron Fox over. Wham bam back in the mix. Yeah. But this is a backwood for me, man. You said it, Ian. Backwood this motherfucker.
All right, we got Wham back. So Wham, we'll throw it to you with the 2 games. Minnesota, Denver, what do you think? And Washington, Sacramento, what do you think?
Yeah, so Minnesota, I was thinking that game, I don't want to touch it. Like you said, without D'Angelo Russell, hopefully he's back in the lineup the night and day there. I definitely agree with what you're saying. It's kind of a backwood for me because I do want to take the Denver Nuggets here, but do I really trust them at all here in this spot? They can fucking fall off here. But someone did mention in chat that Cat does get owned by Jokic. I mean, who doesn't Jokic own here in the big man game there? I did see that. But as far as this next game, what was the other game here? My apologies.
It was Washington, Sacramento.
Washington.
And Big Shot saying your mic sounds your mic sounds like I'm listening to my elementary and high school principals on the PA system with that quality. Yeah.
I agree with my guy Skee though. My guy Skee, I think he likes the over here. I think that is a good spot here. Both of these teams allowing bottom 3 in opposing 3-point percentage. I'm sorry, not 3-point percentage, but opposing points. They're giving it up there, both 120 each to opponents over the last 5 games. So I think the over is good.
I ain't mad at that.
Just make sure your mic, audio mic is on, not the computer mic. Wham! I think that could be
my
what
apologies.
it is. Yeah,
that's exactly what it is. Sorry, guys.
Sound like the radio, man. I ain't mad at you.
It's one of those days, baby's crying, the mic is just turning off automatically. It's just one of those days for our boy Wham here.
Everybody in chat give you shit, though. But shit. As long as I can hear your
Definitely.
picks, that's all I give a fuck about, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Clippers Jazz. We got the Jazz. We got
Days,
the
bro.
Jazz. Utah, 9.5-point home favorites, 217 the total. I'm kind of interested in the Clippers taking the points, but I want to make sure George plays. I want to make sure Batum's in there for the Clippers. Both of them are questionable right now. I don't know what it is about the Jazz, but they've not been that automatic, laying points at home this year. Now, I know they had a nice road trip, but it's not a plus spot for Utah. They're off the 4-game road trip, first game back home. They did finish it well with wins against Washington, Philly, and Minnesota, but now they're back home off the trip. You look at them as home favorites this year, guys. They've been hit or miss, laying big points at home. So if the Clippers, at least have PG3, we'll see. Are they going to have Batum? We'll see. I'm leaning Clippers. I need some clarity on that, but I'm a little hesitant to lay with Utah in this spot. What do you think, Skee, here? Clippers, Jazz?
No, I'm the opposite. I mean, I like Utah here. Utah is well rested. I don't know. Like, I'm not really scared of the number, but I do want the discount if Paul George is in the lineup. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to go down. Like, Utah's last 3 games, what's the margin here? 26.3. And on the season, I mean, they're winning by an average of 11.2 points per game. So when they win, it's by margin. I wouldn't be scared of it here. I just think they're the better team, and they won 5 in a row. I don't want to step in front of it. They're the more rested team. I would be taking Utah or nothing.
Yeah, and Utah did get knocked out by the Clippers in the playoffs last night. I hate the playoff revenge angle, but this is the first meeting since that happened. So, and you're right. That's a good point. And I just see that now. That's 3 days off since the end of the road trip. So it's not like they just had 1 day or 2 days. They've had some time to decompress here, Utah. So they should be relatively fresh, all things considered, despite coming off the trip. Dutch, what do you think here, Clips Jazz?
Yeah, shout out to Nicholas Lee, new name in the chat. I see you, my dude. G Martinez, like in the Jazz. Yeah, man. Mark Nick, you said, man, this card is full of motherfucking backwoods, and here's
It
another
is, though.
one. I could give you a lot about this game, but I'm not betting it, so I don't want to fucking talk about it. Backwood, this motherfucker.
Backwood, exactly. And we have 9 minutes left, so that's another reason. Now, Wham, what do you think here, Clippers, Jazz?
Yeah, we got 9 minutes, man. I want to really stress you what's my best bet today, and I already gave you that already. So backwood for sure for me too, man.
All right, Memphis, Portland, final game. We got Memphis 2.5-point road favorites, 218 the total in this game. You know where I'm going here. There's no way I'm taking Portland. You know that. It just continues to be dreadful for this team. It's now 6 losses in a row. They put up a good fight against Phoenix. I'll give them that last night, but still, now it's back-to-back. It's 3rd game in 4 nights. It's a rested Memphis team that have won 3 in a row, that have played better basketball. In fact, 7-1. 8-1 straight up for Memphis in their last 9 games. Memphis, money line, minus 135. Nothing else to say. Team in better form, more rested team. Portland 3 and 4 nights back-to-back off a gutting loss to Phoenix last night in overtime. Memphis minus 135 for me in this one. Would also lean toward the over as well, but I like the side even more. And look, 43 minutes. Great point by I Need Money. That's not good. Lillard playing on a back-to-back after 43 minutes in an overtime game last night. That's not good, especially when you're already without C.J. McCollum right now for the Portland Trail Blazers. What do you think, Skee? Grizzlies, Blazers?
I don't want the Blazers on a back-to-back. You guys know I'm big on the more rested team in general. And it's the other team. Like I said with the Lakers, the road favorite, more rest than their opponent. Like, I'm with you, Ian. I'm going to be taking Memphis here. They've been playing a lot better, and I got to rock with it. And like LJ says, you got to also look at them first half. They've been cashing 9 out of the last 10 games. I think they do it here again. That's the first half, full game. I like Memphis.
And you know what's crazy? John Morant's been out for a while now. That's when the run started for this Memphis team, when he went out, when he got injured. That's when this whole great surge of basketball started for the Memphis Grizzlies. So all this, there's still people that are going to look at this Memphis team and say, oh, wait a minute, John Morant's not playing. Who gives a shit? They're playing great basketball right now without him, and they keep winning games. So, again, a little overrated about John Morant and his impact on this team. Dutch, what do you think here? Memphis, Portland.
Yeah, man. Our guy Dan Kelly got the Grizz too at a plus number. Look like that's a great number there, Dan. Yeah, shit, we talked about this last night. I mean, you could just add one more to everything I said yesterday about the motherfucking Blazers. 0-4. They're now 0-5 ATS. Last 5 at the house. You know, they're 1-10 ATS now in the last 11 as a dog. I just add one to every fucking thing on the other side. I don't know why you'd want to go and back these motherfucking Portland Trailblazers right now, especially off a back-to-back. Lillard, you touched on at 47. Powell had a great game last night, actually. He found his jumper, it looked like. Played 39, 37 minutes. They don't have it off the bench. The Simons is, decent, but they're lacking. Nasir Little is not a starting NBA player right now. He's a role man. He should not be in the starting 5. You could see that by watching it. Lillard had a great game, and they still fell at home. Someone in the chat asked about Lillard props over. I would probably look under, to be honest with you. Like he played a lot of minutes last night. That was a tough loss. And the Grizzlies, they kind of, they grind city. They greasy Grizzlies, like my dude said in the chat. So I need money. Go ahead and bet the Grizzlies if you want it, bro. Get it. I would only look the Grizzlies here in P-Town.
Yep, Grizzlies. And yeah, they've gotten healthier. Lillard's back, Powell's back, Anthony Simons is back, Nasir Little's back. It really hasn't helped them a whole lot, has it?
They're missing CJ too, big time. But they were having big troubles. My fault, Ian. But they were having big troubles before CJ went out.
No question. They've had troubles all year.
The organization's disgruntled.
Welcome to Portland, Chauncey. Billups. Now you know what everybody else.
Take my ass back to Detroit.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think, Wham?
Yeah, man, this team can't score, bro. They just trash at scoring. They're supposed to be an offensive team. Got all these offensive players. They can't score. They're shooting 30% from 3 over the last 5 games. 25 ranked points per. Don't want nothing to do with them, bro. I'm going to only go Memphis here. Go back to Bane. Had a bad game last game, 5 points. They had to go through the hell house of Matisse Thybulle and company there. So he kind of got his act right. Going against a lot better defenders here. That's going to give him a little bit more leeway here. So I think his 3-point prop is live. I like the Bane props here, but Memphis, man, that's the only way I would be betting.
There we go. Good stuff. 340 live viewers. Hit the like button, everybody. We appreciate it. Great viewership as well. Once again on the NBA Pub Hub. We'll get to best bets and Dutch's freshest look coming on up right after this. Southtown 101, when you're in San Antonio, Texas, stop in. Great food, drinks, live music, DJs, karaoke, Manscaped, promo code PubSports, 20% off your purchase. Lawnmower 4.0 or any Manscaped product with promo code PubSports and mybookie.ag, promo code PubSports. All the sports going, NFL, college football, NBA, college basketball, NHL, UFC. Sign up for an account, mybookie.ag, Bitcoin accepted currency for your deposit as well, mybookie.ag, promo code PubSports. All right, it is time for best bets to wrap up the show. We'll start with Skee. What do you like for best bet?
And I've only made one bet so far, so that's all I can say for the show, and that's Jared Allen over 17.5 points. I'm going to finish up my card, and you can find it on Twitter later.
All right, there you go. Still finalizing things. Nothing wrong with that. We'll post it later. Dutch, freshest look.
Yeah, man, freshest look. We're going to Denver. We're going motherfucking Mile High. And you know what it is. It's fuck the Wolves. Lay the timber on the Nugs. Yeah, man.
Denver -4 against Minnesota. Freshest look for Dutch. Wham, best bet.
Yes, sir. Monty Brooks, Houston Rockets guard, is going to get a lot of 3-point makes. They're shooting the second most behind Utah Jazz and the Houston Rockets. Monty Brooks over 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists, and over 2.5 3-point makes.
There you go. All right, prop best bets there for Trot Wham. My best bet for the show, we're going to go with the last game on the card, the one we just wrapped up with here, Memphis -135 against Portland. Walking in Memphis. We're going to walk to the cashier hopefully tonight with the Memphis Grizzlies -135 against Portland for my best bet on this Wednesday card. And that's a wrap. NBA Pub Up. We got Connor Mack, Maxwell Smart, Net Profit, college basketball coming up right now here on Pub Sports Radio. For Dutch, for Skee, for Wham, I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Wednesday night. Enjoy the games and good luck. We'll see you again tomorrow on Thursday for the NBA Pub Up, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, right here on Pub Sports Radio. Dutch, take us home.
Yeah, man. You know where it's at, Pub Sports Radio. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the video if you can. You already know we went in. I'm coming out with the motherfucking bag. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed. Let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.